Bad days happen to everyone, and for me, that happen about at least once a week. It's something that everybody deals with on some level. Some people have depression, some people have anxiety, some people have different things on different days. Some people have conditions that are stable, more stable than that. Things that afflict them regularly. I'm not going to go into the details of what's going on with me in my head, but I think that the way we deal with it is what's important. One of my subscribers recently asked me to do a video about how I personally deal with bad days, hard times, and those mornings when I wake up and I just feel terrible. Some mornings are like that. Some mornings you lack motivation, you lack any kind of get up and go. Even self-starters, even the happiest people you know have days like that because we're human. Some of us have depression, anxiety, various other things that could be making it worse. Usually, your life becomes just about getting through that day. It becomes about having to cope. It becomes about the moment. And sometimes we need those days. So here's what I do when I wake up on one of those days and I feel terrible. I try and give myself something warm to drink in the morning. A cup of tea is usually the right way to go, usually rooibos, which is quite enjoyable in the mornings. No caffeine in there. I don't really like having those highs and lows from caffeine in my day, so I prefer to start with something as decaffeinated as possible. Rooibos tea is my go-to. I also like to take time to appreciate the things around me, or at least to do something useful. Look at the sunrise if you have the opportunity, or go and water the lawn or the plants if you have the opportunity to do that. Do something productive, just one thing. That's all you need to do. It doesn't have to be demanding. It doesn't have to be work-related. You can go for a bike ride. You can make yourself a second cup of tea. You can talk to someone. You can listen to that audiobook you've been wanting to listen to. You can read a book. There's so many different things that you can do to make yourself feel better. But I personally start with a cup of tea. If I get out on the bicycle, that's a big bonus, because that gets the endorphins flowing. And if I actually remember that that is one of the things that's going to help me, then maybe I'll do it more often. But in the end, we're all human, we're all complex, and sometimes it's not as easy as just drinking a warm drink or going out on a bike ride. So what then? What if you have a really bad day and you have deadlines that day? I have that often. Days that you can't take off, days that you need to be on point, days that you feel horrible and like the world's going to end. So what do I do then? Under those circumstances, I break down any task that I have into most important, kind of middling importance, and the least important stuff. I look at it in those terms because those last two categories I forget about completely for now. Those most important tasks, I choose 3 and I commit to just getting those 3 done, because guess what? Doing 3 important things is better than doing nothing in a day. It's not a lost day if you've achieved something. It's all about keeping yourself, believing in yourself, and maintaining some form of momentum, even when you feel like you're about to break. And 9 times out of 10, I find that once I've done those 3 and I've committed to doing them and I've pushed myself to get through them, I find that that sense of accomplishment and that surge of self-belief helps me to then do number 4. And then I've done 4. And if I want to stop there, I allow myself to. That's the important thing. But if I feel like I have the energy now off of that surge of the first 4 to go into number 5, 6, 7, 8, to get the things I need to get done out of my way, then I do it. But crucially, if you feel like you can't do 3, do 2. If you feel like you can't do 2, do 1. And if you can't even do 1 work-related thing, what I want you to do is allow that for one day. Allow yourself a rest. Call in a sick day, call in a mental health day if you work with an organization that believes in people and that takes care of its people. Any organization that prioritizes deadlines and performance over your well-being and your continued health is a business of the past, and you will see them fade away. Any business that cares about you, that is going to succeed in the future, that business will understand the crucialness of making sure that you are feeling good. You don't have to be happy, but if you're feeling burnt down, if you're feeling worn out, they will understand that mental health day. That control that you give back to yourself by remaining productive, that's going to keep you sane. That's going to keep you honest, and that's going to keep you moving. Go for a walk, get out the house, even if you can't walk, even if you can't summon up the energy to move. Just sit somewhere sunny, let that vitamin D soak into your skin. All of these things are going to make you feel a little bit better. And if you keep adding those little bits and little bits and little bits together, that's where your biggest success is going to come in, and battling these sorts of days and learning how to handle them in the future. You know, at some point you're going to have potentially kids, you're going to have potentially a business of your own, and you're going to have to get through these days despite how you're feeling for the sake of other people. And that's an amazing feeling. The level of pride you can take in yourself when you manage to do that and put other people first, that's a really good feeling. That's a feeling worth fighting for. I would love for you to feel that way too. So, practice being better to yourself, giving yourself an easier time mentally, less damaging self-talk, more encouragement, more things that are going to make you feel empowered. There's enough things out there that are going to try and break you down, so why break yourself down as well? Take care of what you have, and you'll find that your mental health improves exponentially. And yes, it comes with practice. If this video has been helpful, give me a like. If this video has not been helpful, give me 2 thumbs downs to really prove your point, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheerio. But by and large, I nearly fell over there, and there's quite a big cliff behind me, look. Little bits and little bits and little bits together